Thank you for leaving, because I sure didn't want to. Trying to do something. Let's see. There's so much I need to learn about how to do this live streaming. So forgive me if you come on here and you're trying to figure out what's going on. um, I'm trying to make a video and I'm trying to learn how to do some things that I have never done before. And in this live stream, it's probably gonna be a little bit of everything because my camera's not the way I want it to. I'm getting another camera. So whoever decides they want to come on and pop on, it's fine. But yeah. Hey. One person in my house today, and as you know, my thumbnail or whatever said that I'm discussing how to become knowledgeable in your day. And today I've made a couple of videos and stuff, and been making videos. Not really too many viewers, but I don't care about it. It's because I'm learning, so it don't matter. And the fact that my screen is dark as I don't know what, it don't matter to me. I don't care about none of that stuff. But the only thing I really care about is basically trying to express how I'm feeling right now. And one of the things that I'm feeling is a little confused about the uh, the thought process of people and what they are thinking nowadays. It's like the morality of myself is not um, enough uh, for people, to communicate with. You have to be completely an idiot if you want to have a conversation with most people today, because they are so selfish and complacent with what they want to do with their lives, and they're not thinking about there's other people living around them as well. So basically, this is my take on this. I have a cousin, a family member that I've been discussing some things with um, um publicly, I should say. Um, Things that I think that sometimes that should be discussed privately if you don't have an understanding, just so you don't lose the other person doesn't lose credibility in who they are, because your word is your bond, and every time you lose your credibility with your word and how you present yourself, you really pretty much look like an empty vessel, because you're not being effective for people. And so we were having a discussion, and it was basically about things that are going on currently in our world. And the information that I've given to him and talked to him about, for some reason he wants to keep asking me questions. But then in asking the questions, you want to try to sway me to think the way you think, and my thinking is not a lot of people's or the way a lot of people think. Um, I think that we as people need to understand that we're not the only ones in this world. We're not the only ones that are being affected by the things that we do, say, express, and our emotions get so encapsulated in what we're saying that we forget that we human, period. And we begin to hate and say all manner of things about people that a lot of times isn't true, just because we have a fear of what they may be able to do to improve their own lives. I've experienced so many things these past couple of weeks of people who genuinely says, or we think it's genuine, "Oh, I love you so much. You make me feel so special. You make me feel so important." Da, 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 da. But as soon as you, as a person, change how you react to a certain situation, even if it's very small, and you don't react in the way in which they feel like you should be reacting, it's like you have done something terrible to them. Okay, something that is unconceivable. I can't believe you did this. Like, you just did the same thing to another person last week. The same thing to another person last week. So why would you think that it would happen to you? It happens like that. You're not gonna be able to function in this world without anything happening negative to you. Take it, use it, experience it, enjoy it, because if you would never know right if you didn't have wrong. You would never know wrong if you didn't have right. You never know hot if you didn't know cold. You never know up if you never seen down. You have to experience a life that is knowing, period. You have to know your life. If not, then you might as well just not even be in existence at this point if you're not going to know what's next in your life. You have to make a plan. Even if your plan is just to get up and go to the bathroom, you can't sit there and piss on yourself. You can't, because eventually you're going to be sitting there in a nasty mess. My daughter watches Hoarders a lot. And I do this believe that's because she doesn't want to be a hoarder. You know what I'm saying? You tend to uh, uh, gravitate toward the things that's not going to make you do the same uh, things that you see other people do that is negative to themselves. Uh, my opinion, I was talking to my 10-year-old the other day, and he was asking me a question. He's always asking me questions. Um, he's 10, so why wouldn't he ask a bunch of questions? He asked questions. He was like, Mom, how do you feel about, this is how he talks. Mom, how do you feel about the clouds and how they are, and the weather, how it's changing up so much? I kind of feel like somebody's fighting. You know, it looks like to me. It looks like somebody's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you have anomalies in the universe, it's usually chaos in the world. Um, our energy is set to drive this universe into wherever we're supposed to make it. That's our goal here. If we want to drive it into the ground, we can drive it into the ground with our emotions. You know, your anger and all that. You know, fighting and against one another, black, white. Who cares? I don't. Mm. I don't care what complexion, uh, rejection you come from. You know, we all bleed the same color blood. Doesn't matter. But people don't want to hear that anymore. They don't. They want to hear, "I hate you. You hate me," because that's the atmospheric uh, way of life right now. But it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. The last time I did a live stream, I was talking about the same thing, and someone strike my video down for whatever reason, and didn't want me to say this. Why people don't want to hear "I love you"? Why people don't want to hear um, "you're a good person"? Why people don't want to hear? It seems like I watch a lot of YouTubers because I don't watch mainstream news. I stopped watching a lot of mainstream stuff. You know, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and it's like the people who come in behind them in the live feed, the live chats, or whatever. They're so angry about what the people are talking about, and it's like, why are you so angry about what somebody's talking about? If you don't want to be a part of it, just don't come on live. Um, if you don't want to hear what the person is saying, like I have two people watching me most of the time. It's funny, but I don't care if two people's watching me because that two people, maybe somebody that need to hear something that day. I don't care. That you know what I'm saying? Somebody might pop on and say, "Oh, well, that makes sense." And I might be just rambling and saying anything, you know. And then you're like, "This woman is crazy." I don't care. It's just me expressing myself. Um, just feel how I feel. If I was on here showing my body, I'm sure that I probably get plenty of views. If I was on here cursing and arguing with people, I probably get plenty of views. But I'm only here talking about, you know, I feel like we as in a society today need to slow our asses down and stop blaming other people about what we don't have. There's so many opportunities out here for us. I'm not a rich person. I'm never going to try to pretend like I'm a rich person. I don't have a whole bunch of money. I don't have a lot of things, but I have everything I need. Everything I need, I have it. I have family, and that's it. And that's good enough for me. Today, we fighting with no air conditioning in the house because I guess the landlord feel like, hey, it's been cold all these days, but it's hot now. So fix our air conditioning. So but I am not angry about it. I'm not gonna go up there and fight the people. See, I'm noticing people doing things like that. These people that's on these YouTube channels is coming at these people like they're aggressive. You're not saying what I want you to say. You're not doing what I want. It's not happening the way I want you. Like who does that? Who comes to somebody's house and just come in their house and just start arguing and fussing with them? That's crazy. And it's like, all you coming on the platform with aggression and anger about what somebody is saying, but you don't want to research. Like I said, my cousin, he's like I told you I was going to ramble now. My cousin, and he's asking me all these questions. I'm giving you flat out information about what I'm showing you, and you still say, "Well, I just don't believe it." Well, if you don't believe it, then why are you constantly asking me questions about what I'm seeing and what I'm showing? If you don't believe me, it's common sense will tell you, let me just let that one go because I'm not even with that. That's how you become your own believer of whatever it is that you believe in. And this is your choice. You believe in whatever you want to believe in. But I promise you that the energy that comes out of your mouth definitely comes out in the universe. It's it's impacted by other people. Whatever you do, whatever you say, I'm not an advocate for any particular group of people. I'm an advocate for my family. And whatever suits my family is what I need to do. Most people don't do what suits their family, they do what suits other people. And they try to show other people, this is what I can do. This is what I can do. This is funny because I remember the Mad TV and the little guy, and then the little guy was a grown ass man. But he was standing up there and he was doing this. Look, mama, look what I do. Look what I do. That's what people are doing now. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. And what the fuck? Who cares what you can do? Who cares what you can do? Only you. You supposed to care what you can do. And your family's supposed to care what you can do. But other than that, nobody should care what you want to do. That's not the way life goes. Mm, sorry. That's not the way life goes. Nobody is supposed to care what you do. You're supposed to care what you do. You're supposed to care how you do everything in life. And this is my thing. If I was not 48 years old, if I was a little younger, I would be saying the same thing. This is the way I've always thought. You don't uh, you don't make a person feel a certain type of way just to suit you. You make you feel a certain way to suit you. Anything else is being an idiot. It's not smart to try to fashion yourself behind someone else because you're the individual. I noticed, when I was going to high school, which was a while ago, not that long. Shut up. Not that long ago. I said 48. That's not that long. Anyway, when I was going to school, I was very, 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 very heavy most of my high school years. And I struggle with a lot of weight things. That's one of the reasons why I said I was going to, at this day and age in my life, or I should say when I turned about 40, I changed my whole situation. I started eating different, thinking different. My mind was like, you can't go in your adulthood with what you had in your childhood. You know, once you are an adult, you become an adult, you put away childish things. Oh gosh, and this camera is terrible, but I don't think but you put away your childish things, and you begin to do things that will cause you to become an adult. So, like I said, when I first started filming this stuff, I did it because my my childhood growing up. So, like I said, I was an obese child and very heavy. And I wish I knew how. This is the whole main purpose of me doing this is because I wanted to learn how to go in and out of the screen. But I actually have this on my TV right now. Looking at my TV because I'm old, but I'm trying to figure out some things. I say I'm old, but 48 is not old. I know it's not old, but anyway, I'm trying to figure out some things because I wanna be able to do some share some information on my screen, but I can't do it right now, so because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, and uh, As growing up as a kid, I was talked about by a lot of people. You know, they pick on me all the time because I was a busty girl. I had big boobs, and it would think, a girl my age shouldn't have big boobs like that, but there was a reason for my big boobs. Someone had been playing with my big boobs, and so anytime you get somebody playing with the breast, you're gonna have big boobs. So I was in the fourth grade with probably C cup, and all the little boys that would love to feel on me, touch on me, because you know, in fourth grade, my son has already talked about girlfriends. He's talking about girls since he was four, but anyway, that's besides the point. He used to like girls, he broke relationship. I don't know. He's been a relationship kid for a long time. But anyway, so they would love to touch on me and feel on me. So I had this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name because it's not important. And somebody might look at this video that knows me one day and like, girl, so he did this to you. So I'm not gonna do that because he's gone through enough issues that I shouldn't have to blow him up on uh, screen. I blew up the right people because what he did. When he was a child, we were all children, so I wouldn't dare do that to him. But he would pick on me so much, and he would call me milk jug. He would call me black because I'm very melanated. Um, he would call me so many names. Oh, it was so disgusting. And I would go home and I would cry my eyeballs out because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that he hated me. But we lived in the same housing complex. And he loved my mother, which everybody did. I mean, I was like, God, everybody love my mama, but nobody don't love me like this. What's the problem? So he loved, like I said, he loved my mother for so much. He would come to my mama's house and act like he was the sweetest kid in the world, but he would talk so much junk to me. He hurt my feelings so bad. And so one day, I told my mom, I said, Mama, I know he like you. He acts like he likes you. He acts like he but he treats me mean, Mama. I said, he says stuff to me. He calls me names. And I told her, about him calling me names. And she said something to him. She said something to him. But it didn't do any good because he continued to do it. It got worse. It actually got worse. It was so terrible that it's like, once she said something at that point, I was like, I don't know what to do because I'm done with trying to tell my mama somebody is doing something to me. Because every time I do, I get my feelings hurt. So all my childhood life was growing up around emotion. I said one time in another life, I cried all the time. I was a cry. When I tell you, my sign is really, really, it really, through your childhood, I don't know if every Aquarius has gone through this, but through my childhood, all I did was cry. Cry, 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 cry. So that water sign means so much to me because I understand the running river of tears that I have always expressed. It seemed like that was like kind of like my get out of jail free card was my tears. Not that I would cry for no reason, but I was a crier anyway. So knowing that my feelings could be hurt so easily, I had to start kind of like shielding them, shielding my feelings. And so the more I grew up, the more I would discuss things with my mother, and we would have a lot of discussions. I'm an only child, but nobody but me. Nobody who I had cousins and family members. So my cousins was just as mean as the people in the street. That was I had a Jerry curl, honey, and the Jerry curl would be wet and stinking, and my cousins was like, "Girl, your hair stank. You don't never wash your hair." And I wash my hair weekly. It didn't make any difference. I was, it was, I had a rough childhood. Okay, anyway, thank God for the rough childhood, because honey, I'm trying to tell you, right now, my emotional level is like, okay, whatever. But yeah, feelings hurt and fondled and touched and molested and all those things growing up, it's like it helped me in my. This sounds crazy, but it helped me in my adulthood to realize that people are sick. They're sick individuals, and the only thing that can cure them is me not being sick and me and confronting them every time I can. So I do that. So if I know someone that has harmed me in a way and it affected me, so you remember we used to do such and such. I have a cousin, man. I tell her all the time, girl, I remember you used to do this, that, the other thing to me. And when she said, yeah, I know, I remember, I'm sorry. She apologized, and I take it as a severe insincerity because if we really think about it, anytime somebody's ever done anything to you, once they apologize sincerely and show change, we usually forget about it anyway. And that's the way life is supposed to be anyway. Don't let anybody do something to you that causes you to physically not be able to function. Because 9 times out of 10, they not functioning either. They go home, they may be discussing things about you, but please believe me, once they leave your sight, they're thinking that that's me. 9 times out of 10, when a person is behaving to you in a manner in which you feel neglected or feel harmed, it's because that person is projecting those feelings that they have upon you. You could put up a mechanism and back that mess up, and you can fight that. You don't have to be a part of it. But because I was talking to this one person one day, my daughter is back in the hospital. So I was talking to this one person the other day, and they were so emotional about a situation. I don't know what to do. And I was like, look, first of all, you need to calm your ass down. That's what you need to do first of all. You need to calm your ass down because it ain't that serious. Um, just take some time, realize your surroundings, and handle it. Period. What you gonna panic for? Um, a man was killed here because he panicked just last week. And this man been on the run. He had been on a run, and he was. This is like you. This is it for you. He was on the run. This is it. There's nothing you do. Trapped. From what I can understand, I'm just third person. I'm talking about third person. The police have been looking for him. You ain't got nowhere to go. What you gonna do? What you gonna do is go to jail. Take your time. No, his decision was to run some more. There's nothing I can do. I've done everything I could. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want consequences. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to experience none of the things that I experienced anymore. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to do that. Da, da, da. So he's in his car and he's driving down the road, not realizing he's put so many other lives in jeopardy. So many other lives in jeopardy just because you're afraid to experience the consequences behind your actions. So he's flying down the road and he comes across a road where there's a transfer truck coming, an 18-wheeler transfer truck coming. And lo and behold, it's too late. You can't change your mind. You can't make a different decision. You can't do any of those things. You have to follow through with the consequences of your actions. So he proceeded, and a truck proceeded as he was proceeding. And from what I could understand, he ended up laying flat out on the ground, dead. And that it's gone. All because of a decision that he made out of fear, fight or flight. I lived a fight or flight life all my life, clenching up my body, afraid that somebody's going to try to violate it, clenching up my mind, afraid that somebody's going to violate it, clenching up my spirit, feeling like that somebody's going to violate it. But once I walked in the valley of the shadow of my own death, I fear no evil now because I know that I have something with me. I can think for myself. I don't have to have anybody think for me. I can do for myself. I don't walk around here in fear. I'm not going to walk around here in fear. I'm not going to walk around here and let some one person tell me what I can and cannot do. This is my body. This is my choice. And I'm not going to let anybody make that decision for me. It's mine. I can do what I want to do within reason, common sense, click, common sense. If I'm harming somebody else, that means I'm not doing right by myself. If I'm harming somebody else, if I'm harming myself, I'm not doing right by myself. Common sense. We're not using it anymore. And it's so sad that we don't use that common sense. We want to pretend like, I don't understand. When actually, really, you do understand. You just want to be lost. Some people like to be sick. I say, sounds crazy, because it is. But some people like to be sick. Some people like to complain. Some people like to have negative things to say. Some people want to be, because that that's, that's the attention. Like I said, I'm my only child, so I really, who gonna give me attention? My mama worked all the time. Who gonna give me attention? I gave my own self attention. Like I'm sitting here talking to this computer, talking to you, one person. So my mama would take me to people's houses. Well, some of them had one. Well, some of them will have one um child or two children, maybe. And while my mama's in talking to the parents about whatever it is they talking about, I would be in the room playing with whoever the person is getting their story about what's going on in their house. I don't tell what's going on in my house. My mama will tear my ass up. And I'm sure their parents would tell, but for some reason, those people, they would have a conversation with me, those young people, because we was all young. So they would have conversations with me and tell me stuff was going on in their house. And I would be thinking to myself, God, I would never thought that your parents would be going through something like this. Really? What? Your father's what? Your mama did what? Oh my, huh? And then when those people don't come around town anymore, when those people don't visit home, or you hear about these people coming home and they um not doing too well mentally, I don't wonder. I don't wonder why. Because I know what's going on in their house. It won't good. It won't happiness. It wasn't freedom. It was bondage, molestation, rape in the house. These are things that was going on in these people's houses, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was just sitting there, and it's crazy because God gave me a sense of just sit and listen. So I was sitting and listening. I wouldn't judge them. I wouldn't judge their parents. I wouldn't judge them. I was just listening because that's what they wanted. That's what those kids wanted. They just wanted somebody to listen. I wanted somebody to listen to me, but they wouldn't listen to me because I every year looking to tell them. I was home by myself all the time. Yeah, so I didn't really have anything to tell them. I couldn't tell them anything. I couldn't tell them. So I just listened to those young men and young women. Like while we played and talked, and we played and we talked about how their family was and how they were being abused, how they were being cussed out by people who were in the church, standing before the pulpit. Some of them standing in the pulpit. You could hear the stories about what's going on in their house, and you think, how do you stand in that pulpit and preach? to these people whenever your child is going through this? Who are you as a parent? You can take your child through this and you are a preacher. And then those kids will grow up and do the opposite of what their parents are doing. You trying to figure out why? Because you didn't know what was going on in their house, but I did. I did. I knew what was going on in their house. And so when I'm learning stuff that's going on around me, and I'm learning the people that's telling me stuff that's going on around me, oh gosh, it's so weird to know some of the stuff that I'm seeing and hearing that's going on in our communities and the people that's around us and things of that nature. And so it's kind of hard for me not to have hurt feelings when I see, like I know a young lady is passed on. She passed away. But the thing that I think has gone wrong is that she passed on, and I remember growing up and being part of their, not really family, but being a part of their lives. And I thought this young lady, she was the sweetest, nicest person in the world. But I knew through her family that her father was molesting her. I knew this because I knew. And when she passed away, and I knew that she had been molested by her father, her mother knew. She was her own child. Her mother knew, and her mother never did anything about it. And so that child, she never came back home. And when she did come back home, she came back home and she was not well. She was sick mentally. I'm saying all of that because it's because I have a daughter, and my daughter, she keeps going in and out of the hospital. She keeps going through so many things. Her father's passed away. I'm here. I'm doing whatever I can for my daughter. But as my daughter grew up, she grew up not working, me working all the time. And me working all the time was not a good thing for my daughter. But I had a mom. And as I told you, my mom was the type of mom, she took care of everybody in the community. She was a preacher, a pastor. She took care of everybody in the community. She took in people. She took people in her house. She had people let people live with her. These are grown people, not children, no. Except for my daughter. Every once in a while, she would say, "Bring my grandbaby," and I would bring her grandbaby. Take her out of that daycare and bring her over here, and I'm going to keep my grandbaby. But it would only happen every once in a while because she was busy with her ministry. So my daughter was in and out of daycare, in and out of daycare, in and out of daycare, in and out of daycare. In the beginning of her daycare life, she would get on the bus by herself. She was a baby. I had nobody else to do it. I had to go to work. I had to be able to take care of my baby. Because if I had to take care of my, I had nobody to do it. So I would trust. And it's so scary now that I know all the things about trafficking. And I think about it. I feel bad. I feel so bad that I think my daughter could have been trafficked. Anything could happen to my child. Thank God there was a presence watching over her every day of her life. That I had to send my daughter out by herself as a small baby, put her on a bus to go to daycare. And so a lot of that I feel so bad about because I feel like I wanted my daughter with me. But I knew the only thing I could do was that 1 year to raise my baby. Because I wanted her to be able at least to talk. And my baby was talking at 10 months, full sentences. I mean, when I tell you, Very, very smart young lady. She was cleaning her own room at 10 months. She was so smart. Because I said I was not going to let my daughter walk out the house and not be able to say, Mama, this is going on. But even said, even being at her being able to say, Mama, this is going on, who you going to trust? You've been outside with other people all this time. Who you going to trust? Even though your mama's there, who you going to trust? You've been leaving on your own since you was an infant. Who you going to trust? Mm. So I'm working. My mama's ministering. My daughter going in and out of daycare. I found out years later that one of the daycares that my daughter went to, there was a man molesting the children. No, what if that? I don't know. I don't know. I was small. She was young. What if this man molested my child, touched my child, did something to my child? I would have never known. I would have never known. But today, my daughter is definitely dealing with issues. She's telling me this past week, I was hearing voices telling me to do things. She ended up in the hospital. I don't know. I talked to her on the phone, tried to call her. She's got two daughters and a father to the children. He's watching the children right now. And I say watching the children, he's taking care of the family, his family right now. Because that's his family. He might not want it to be his family. I don't know. But that's the responsibility. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that my daughter comes home again and she's able to function. But um, she's not enough so she take care of her daughter. She takes care of her children. She feeds them. She makes sure that they get back in bed. So other than anything harmful, she's never ever done. She loves her babies. So it's like you feel like that you can't make it. Find somebody to talk to. Find somebody to communicate with. Find somebody to hang out with that is a listener. There's not too many listeners out here. A whole lot of people that's talking and telling you what they're going through, but there's not too many listeners. And it's always been my stance to open my ear and hear what other people are saying. That way, you know what I'm saying? You can fix your life according to what your abilities are. Say good morning to my baby. He's gonna call me. I'm up. Get my phone ready because I know he's gonna call. I'm back. But there's some things that I have been learning about, and I know I probably will might get a copyright strike or might even be even taken down because I'm doing this. But my homepage says that I am a blog and entertainment. So I'm going to give you a little bit of news, and it will be from another source. So the source will be coming from my Telegram. Uh, it's a little bit of information that I have gathered. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. We all hopefully you will, but if not, they've not quite got the image fakery element of it right, as it's what we've seen
beam impact on the side of the tower. And I think that's the reason why anyone who got a reasonably close view on their camera, CNN went round buying the rights to everyone's video cameras.
This is from 9/11. I wish I could bring it up on the screen, but it's the still picture from 9/11, and it's showing how other angles and things, how things are kind of a little distorted. And if you are looking at a real shot, then you will see something different as well. There's so many things that we in life have not been given truths to. We've been lied to, and it usually dictates our actions. And if our actions are dictated by foods, then we have a problem. Good morning. Yeah, it's pretty good. Really?
Somebody at home. Or that somebody can always come to them. Okay? So if you guys are going out for any reason, not close the room door. Okay? Then they'll come in and check. I told her this morning, I said I'm not happy about this. So he said they are coming, they can enter the house, if somebody is in or not. So I hope there will be somebody when they come to check so that it can be confirmed. You know? So I hope they come this morning so that this can confirm that it's done.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, baby. Love you. I love you. What? Bring what? Do what? Okay. Okay. No problem. Too glad. I said no problem. I got you. I got you. You gonna come back and give me a massage for real? I've been working on it myself on the wall. I've been working on it myself on the wall. It's okay, but I do it when I come back. It's at the back there. It's scar tissue, but you don't do it continuously. Yes, it's a lot of scar tissue. You know, small. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's going away because, like I said, I've been working on it at night when I go take a shower. At night when I go take a shower, I kind of like massage it out with the wall. I use the wall to push it out. Mm-hmm. That's like something I have. Roller, okay? Like not small rollers. I don't hold it at the back, you know? Hold it over. I don't know where I kept it. I had it in there. I'm not sure if I brought it here. I think like that it's three or four rollers like this. Like a picture like this. It's rolling. So when I'm putting it over the back, it's wood. I think they might have something like that at the Dollar Tree. If you want me to pick it up, I can get it. Okay. Okay. You sure we're gonna do it 3 times a week?
I'm listening now.
Okay. Okay. Don't get me all excited now. Oh Lord. Look, Miss Betty calling me. The lady from the grocery store the other night. She calling me right now. Right now. Yeah, she calling me right now. Let me see. Let me get it. Hold on. Hey, Miss Betty. Okay, I love you.
Hey.
How you doing? Okay, baby, I love you.
How you doing?
Okay, baby, I'll check it out. All right. All right, love you. Bye.
Hello?
Hey, Miss Betty. I'm sorry, talking to my sweetie on the phone.
Oh, it's good. You and your sweetie's getting along.
Oh, every day, all day. Every day, all day, sweetheart. Stacy, the girl you met at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Honey, yeah. And I know who you are now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
See, I told you, some people just need somebody to talk to. I met this lady in the grocery store.
The names don't show up on my
I
phone.
met her in the grocery store, and I knew she would call me. I told my boyfriend she's going to call me last night. Hold on. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Stressed a little bit, but I'm all right.
Oh, wow. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me and him. I told, he don't know it, but he told one of his friends to drive trucks. So he told him that we got some things going on, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what does he mean by that? He don't know. Anyway, he's not acting right. It'll be all right.
It's like that sometimes, sweetie. It's like that sometimes.
Your name's Casey again, or what did you say your name is?
Stacy. Stacy.
Oh, Stacy.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why these cell phones don't show.
Mine will show up Stacy, fitness instructor.
Yeah.
Or Zumba. That's the way usually my phone number, because that's how I'm recognized on my phone. It says
phone don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Just shows the number.
Okay.
All right, honey, I'm gonna write your number down so I know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, honey. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You do the same, sweetheart.
Thank you, honey. Bye
bye. Bye bye. See, sometimes you just gotta be in the right place at the right time. I was in the grocery store. I don't even know what I was talking about before my sweetie called. And we're gonna talk about that too. But I was in the grocery store, and this happens to me everywhere I go. I don't care. I know everybody in the grocery store. I know all the clerks and everything. So I try to, because I don't do that. I stopped doing that from day one, because I know what I can handle from me. Okay? Lord, she's calling me back. Maybe she made a mistake call. Maybe she made a mistake call. Anyway, so I don't even know if y'all were able to get that 9/11 thing, but if not, we'll figure out something. And I'm gonna try to start posting some things about some things that I know to be informative. Maybe it'll help my one person who's looking. Anyway, so the lady was in the store, and so I walked in the store. She complimented me on my outfit. She liked what I was wearing. And I was like, thank you so much. And she started talking to me, talked in that store for probably about an hour. Something about me that she had felt like she could have a conversation about. But that one, it's been happening to me all my life. Like I said, my mom used to go to the house with the adults, and she'd be in the living room ministering to the adult, and I'd be in the bedroom ministering to the child, or being the ear to the child, I should say. Same thing with my mom. Anyway, I'm in the store and my boyfriend is at this point. He's like, "Will you please? We just came here for bananas and some butter, and you still talking?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry." But the woman talked to me and talked to me, and that. So that night, she called me that night. I didn't answer the phone because it was late. I'm not going to answer for respect. Even though I know that the young lady needed to have somebody to talk to, I was not going to separate my relationship with my man to appease a relationship with someone I just met. Okay? I got a boyfriend. That's respect, you know? So I'm not going to disrespect him. But I didn't want to give her time because I said she needed it. So I gave her time. She used it wisely. And now today she's calling me. She said, she's talking a little bit. And I hope that everything goes for her well in her day. And I hope she has a productive life. Because a lot of times when I meet somebody, I get kind of a little on the caution side because I know that there's a reason why I met her. And I'm praying the reason is not for something to be acknowledged that she's somebody that something bad's going to happen to. Listen to her story. She has a very sketchy story about her husband and her, and it sounds a lot. I think she might be dealing with some issues, but in the process of her dealing with some issues, I pray that I'm able to help her because she's got my number now. She can call me. So, and if I ever need somebody to talk to, maybe I can call her. I don't know, but I'd rather talk to my significant other because we have very good conversations. And I think I'm gonna have to bring up this video about that massage that he said he gonna give me 3 times a week. We gonna see. Because in one of my videos, you see my massage table sitting on the table, and where the massage table's down now. I did get a massage, but the massage table's down, so hopefully it'll go back up, and we'll get my massage 3 times a week. But if not, it's not that big deal. Because like I said, I work on me, and if I need to do any more, I work on me a little bit more. You know, you don't allow other people to be your end all and be all, but you allow them to be. You don't allow people to say whenever something is happening because they're not doing what it has to stop. You do it for yourself. You do it for yourself. You make moves for you. I wish that I had been wiser as a child growing up. I probably would have a little bit more money. But I don't. And so, being that I don't have much money, I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. And I'm working it out. So, I like the fact that I have the common sense to change my way of thinking, the way I do things. Because if I didn't, I probably would have ended my life. But because I know what's best for me, I do what I need to do to become Stacy. I have a beautiful life, wonderful friends, and that's all my family. My friends are my family. My family is my friends. Okay? See with my cousin Stacy. Okay, so this is my cousin. We are arguing all the time. I wish you could see this screen. Okay. We arguing all the time. Every time I turn around, we arguing. And I keep trying to show him the difference between he and I. My difference is I'm not going to allow someone else to dictate how I feel and why I do things because that's not me. It's never going to be me. If you ask me a question, I'm going to give you the answer that I know to give. If not, I give you the answer that you ask me. And that's all. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am? Huh? I was alive. What's up? Yeah, what's up? What you need? Hold on a second. Go ahead. Go ahead. Where you going? Okay. Where you going? Wait. Hold on, wait. Look. Oh, wow. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yes, way better. What'd you do? Uh-oh, I thought I was on. I thought I was on. I'm not. This is what I do.
What
Okay.
you
My bad,
do?
and then I'm leaving.
Okay.
I got
Mm-hmm. Let you change your mind. Life. Life. That happens. And she's still trying to tell her daddy is coming to pick her up. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, and my favorite YouTuber is coming on with this. She's probably not gonna say too much. Um, let's see if I can see it. I'm not gonna do that because I ain't getting ready to get cussed out by nobody. Yeah, I'm so excited for my family. I'm getting ready to get married too, y'all. I mean, I'm getting married. Um,
That'll comment in the videos, under the videos, and in the comments, talking, saying, I want multiple people's comments saying the same shit or trying to discourage you from this movie and what's really going on. Rob him, ignore them. Okay, general respect, and we get them out of here. But yes, there are people that's in the comments trying to come at the people down at the conscious or people that's okay.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's out there for people to understand what's going on in their communities and whatnot, and they're not being allowed to do that, and that's not right. That's not right. That censorship stuff that people are doing, and you know when you're being censored because the screen was the screen will slow down and stop, and you know whenever people are listening to you, they're just gonna flag your because the screen will start chopping up, and that's sad that there are entities out there that don't want you to get information they say is fact check, and how can you fact check or fact checking something if you haven't even experienced it? Something that just happened gets fact checked now. Just like what I said about the young man ended his own life. Basically, that's what he did. He ended his own life by running for the police. Somebody would come up under there and fact check that if it was somebody famous, if it was somebody well known in the community, there was somebody would come back in and fact check it. Like, why? It's not necessary.
She told me about my back and everything. It's like she and my back can't hang on.
And and into I'm sorry, into the things that people are trying to uh, make information about is being people being pedophiles. That I grew up
around people, violating other people. But why is that something that should not be talked about? Why are we taking that out of the knowledge for people to know? You need to know this. You need to know this. You need to know that people can harm you in ways that seem like it's impossible. You know, trying to turn on my life. Turn on my life without y'all seeing my whole life flash before your eyes. So I'm gonna go around the camera. Take the trash down. Hey. Okay, that's a little bit better, huh? You see me a little bit better now? Know what you're looking at. Now, the information that like I said, that I'm getting a lot of times comes from a place where my favorite YouTuber is on right now, and I'm listening to her. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm listening to her too and talking to you at the same time. You at the same time. See, things like this right here. What's going on here? See that? That's in the sky. That come in the sky. What is that? Restored. My POTUS was no flag, no fringes on the flag. I would like that. All right, I'm gonna go off my live now because I want to listen to Billy Frechette. She's awesome. I'm telling you right now, whoever this one person is, find her. Have a good day. I know I'm in it. I told you I was gonna be choppy. I'm probably not gonna I'm probably not even gonna make another one for a while until I gotta figure out what's going on. I came on here mainly to figure out what I'm doing. I appreciate you for watching, whoever you are, even if you from YouTube. And if you take it down, then you just take it down. It don't matter. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you take it down, you better have a good reason, and it better not be community guidelines. Because I ain't said a daggone thing had anything to do with a community guideline. Everything I said is about my life, so you can't judge what's going on in my life and tell me I'm wrong. All this stuff happened to me. Okay, so there's nothing I said that was against a community. I ain't said nothing about harming nobody. I said take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul, and period. So don't take my video down. And I'm getting to the point right now where I'm looking to really secure this friend of mine that's an attorney. Thank God for friends in high places. And because I'm really sick of this mess with the censorship. Don't censor me. Don't censor me. And stop lagging my videos. I have good internet. Stop doing that. I'm not stupid. I didn't sign up for this shit. That means that I don't have to reap the benefits from this shit. So whatever I put out here, don't shadow ban me. Don't stop my videos. Don't lag my videos. Don't do none of that stuff because I'm telling you right now, I'm really, really not in the mood for any of those things. I want to express myself. And if anybody else can get monetization, I should be able to get monetization as well. Anybody should be able to get advertisement as soon as it. And please don't block my videos from being seen from people. It say how to, and I understand the how to is a how to. So people gonna look for that. I'm a regular old person. Just want myself. I'm not trying to do anything to show anybody nothing. I'm just talking about myself. If you don't like what you see, you can keep on going. If you don't, but I'm gonna have some more content because I'm gonna figure out what the heck I'm doing. Somebody's gonna help me figure this mess out because I'm gonna do this YouTube thing. I'm not gonna get started, and YouTube definitely is not gonna be stopping nobody because there's other platforms other than this. I'm just on here because I'm trying to learn a new thing. Yeah. Okay. Tell them to come in because it's probably air conditioned people. Ask who it is, and then I'm coming.